So the other day I had a few people link me the Zippo Speaks blog post. Basically, they're just talking about some different things that Sega may or may not have coming up. Uh, I'm not really too familiar with these blog posts, but I figured I'd go through it anyway and make a little video about it and see what they got to say. So the blog post is called "What's Sega Cooking?" All right, so hopefully there's some interesting stuff here. They open up the blog post with, "Here we are. Choo choo, the month of June is about to arrive to its destination, which means non-stop video game news and announcements are coming our way. Let's speculate." You heard the 4-letter word Sega and your ears perk up, right? They should, as I'm hearing that Sega apparently has a bunch of announcements to make this month. They are one of the big studios to look out for. Based on rumors and current public knowledge, here are some titles that you should start to hear about soon. They have to emphasize that because, like, I don't know, people just go crazy, right? God forbid they're wrong. I've gone and put anything that's inside information for me in bold. That should make it easier to separate that from me speculating. I think they meant to say. Either way, they open it up with Jet Set Radio, which I'm pretty excited about anything Jet Set Radio related. They say this was leaked by Bloomberg last year, and we now have a leak of an early version of the game in action. I'm extremely impressed. I'm a huge fan of the original 2 games, and I have a lot of faith in this, considering the creator of Jet Set Radio is officially back at Sega. The only thing I can add to this is that Tomoya Otani is involved in the new game's soundtrack. Yeah, so I remember seeing this going around Twitter, maybe a couple months ago. Just the random little video of the characters dancing. But, I hope this is real, because, God, we haven't had anything Jet Set Radio since, Jet Set Radio Future, and that was back on the original Xbox, so we've just been kind of waiting. We had, like, the HD remakes, or I don't even know if I would call that an HD remake. Maybe it is? It's just an HD remaster. Either way, yeah, we're due for something Jet Set Radio, so it'd be kind of cool to see Sega come back and pay attention to some properties we feel like they forgot about. Moving on, the Persona 3 remake. Yep, this is totally real. We now have a leaked video of it circulating. The current rumor now is that it'll debut at Xbox's showcase in a few weeks, and that makes sense to me. The only thing I can add to this batch of rumors is that I heard the game will come to Switch, hopefully at launch. Okay, so I feel like it's so weird to think about JRPGs debuting with Xbox, just because, you know, I feel like it's usually Japanese games going either on Nintendo or Sony. So this will be cool if it's real. Obviously it's going to be on everything, so it's not like it's console exclusive, but cool to see Persona 3 coming out. Well, a remake of Persona 3 coming out. Alright, Samba de Amigo Party Central. Pretty obvious, but given that this is set for August, expect to see much more of the game heading into its August release. Super excited for this, by the way. Sega's in their fucking bag right now. Samba de Amigo was one of the coolest games of the last 20 years. Easy. Super glad it's back. I never played the original Samba de Amigo. I know a lot of people like it. Me personally, I don't know enough about it to call it one of the coolest games of the last 20 years, but I know people really enjoy it. I know it had a pretty unique gimmick for the Dreamcast with the Maraca controllers, but yeah. Hopefully this can capitalize on that hype of the people who love the original. Okay, now we're getting to the stuff that I want to see. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. I mean, I wanted to see the Jet Set Radio stuff, but this is the important thing to me. Alright. At TGS last year, Sega said this was coming this year, so unless it's being delayed, this is now the time we would start hearing about it. I hope it's not delayed. Yeah, and then, of course, they announced the RGG showcase the other day, so find out on June 16th. There's also rumors of a new Crazy Taxi, Sakura Wars, and Golden Axe, but I think it's probably too early to talk about any of those quite yet. Okay. Hold on. So, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Sakura Wars is the least surprising, and Golden Axe, like, bro, to me, this is just like a, hey, Jet Set Radio's there, I might as well just say the other things that are showing up too. Like, come on, man. I hope this is real, but Crazy Taxi? And more importantly, Golden Axe? Like, bro, don't play with me like that. All right, of course, we're getting to the stuff that people are probably going to click on the video for, aka Sonic. Yes, of course, I haven't forgotten about Old Big Blue. I know what you all came here for, pretty much what I just said. Sonic's already having a busy year with Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog coming out of nowhere, and the forthcoming release of Sonic Origins Plus is right around the corner. I still haven't played Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe I'll stream that soon. However, there's more. I think that a new Sonic Central should be debuting between now and the end of June. From what I've been able to gather, there are at least 6 Sonic-related projects in development right now at Sega, though please keep in mind I currently have no clue what content will be in this presentation. Contents of these things do change all the time, and I already got myself in enough trouble with Sonic fans as it is. That said, I can't see us going through this holiday without at least one game releasing. And then they're gonna go over some educated guesses, so we'll come back to that. Mario and Sonic 2024. Okay. Once again, job postings have led to this pretty much being a real thing. As I said previously, 2 mascots have not missed a single Summer Olympics, and I don't see that changing. It's only a matter of time. More new dream events, please. Okay, I have never played any of these Mario and Sonic games, but I know there's a market for it. I just want more like mainline Sonic stuff, but we'll keep going. New Hardlight Sonic game. This was previously announced last year. Hardlight has been hard at work on a new Sonic mobile game for the last few years, so it makes sense that they would start to show it around this time. I'm not familiar with any of the Hardlight mobile Sonic games, or if there's ever been any. I don't know who they are, but hey, it's a Sonic mobile game. It's coming. Alright, Sonic the Hedgehog 5, in quotes. I already hate this. The biggest rumored project, of course, is the one I talked about way back in early 2021. The next mainline Sonic title is indeed being billed as a return to the Sonic Advance. Oh, dude, I thought it's the Sonic Adventure for a second. Return to the Sonic Advance and Rush series. That said, I've never been told what the title of the game is, which is why I used Sonic 5 in quotation marks. I genuinely hope that they don't call it that. They did that 13 years ago and it blew right the hell up in their faces. All that title would do is enormously inflate expectations, and that's never good for any game, sequel or not. Hopefully it gets a title that allows it to stand on its own. Anyway, this game makes the most sense to announce. A traditional back to basic Sonic game is not something we've had in quite a while, so I'm all for it. Yeah, I mean, other than Sonic Origins and Sonic Mania, you know, it's been a bit. And they're talking about, when they say 13 years ago, they're talking about Sonic 4, and I don't know anybody that actually likes that game unless, you know, they grew up with it and it's just like a nostalgia rose-tinted goggles thing. It's not a good game, not at all. So what else they got here? The only thing I can add to my previous reports is that Amy will indeed join the boys in their next adventure, so that makes 4 characters so far. Hopefully there will be more than that, but that's a discussion for when the game is actually announced. Obviously this is all in addition to the upcoming DLC updates for Sonic Frontiers, which I'm sure they'll be talking about soon as well. Regardless of what happens this month, Sega has a lot of excitement in store, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the month brings us. Okay, so yeah, I feel like the craziest things here are talking about Jet Set Radio. I mean, people are gonna give a shit about the Persona 3 remake. I have never played it. I would like to go back and play Persona 3 and 4 at some point. I feel like I just never have time for those games. Name dropping Crazy Taxi and Golden Axe. Like, Sakura Wars isn't too crazy because we just got a Sakura Wars game a few years ago on the PS4. But yeah, if we were to see another Crazy Taxi anytime soon, I would probably shit, because, man, I've always assumed that was like a product of the you know, late 90s, early 2000s, that we would never get anything like that again. If it doesn't have the soundtrack, don't even bother bringing it back, because the soundtrack is definitely part of the heart and soul of that game. As for Golden Axe, well, we haven't had a Golden Axe game since Beast Rider for the 360 and I think PS3. But I never got around to playing that. Never really was too into the idea of like a 3D Golden Axe. You know, the old ones are kind of where it's at for me. So if maybe it'll be more like Streets of Rage 4. Maybe it won't be like 3D. That would be kind of cool. Just get a new Golden Axe game with that OG style. That would be much more preferred. The Sonic stuff, like I said, I don't really know anything about. Okay, I guess my cat just knocked everything over. That's sick. So yeah, that was everything from the blog post. I feel like we did have some crazy stuff talked about, and I would love to see them actually become true. But that's the thing about posts like this, you know, we never actually know. But before I wrap up, you know, was there anything you guys are super excited about in here, or is there anything you wish Sega would talk about? Like, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, I can't forget to give my channel shout out for this video. So that's going to be going to Zinfinity, aka Sheeb. Thank you for being a member for 24 months. That's crazy, bro. 2 years. Absolutely crazy. If you like the content and you'd like to support or maybe get a chance to get a shout out, you can always hit the channel member button and, you know, become a member. That'd be cool. If not, thank you for watching the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. And remember, no brain, just aim. Peace.